I keep hearing interviews with you, and you say I'm a intense guy, but dude, you're the nicest guy. You're still here in the pits. All the top guys are gone. I mean, almost everybody's gone. And you're still here doing interviews with everybody, and you got a couple minutes for me. So I don't know. Maybe I don't see you behind the scenes when you're testing, or I'm not in your helmet when you're racing, but I think you're a nicer guy than you think you are, maybe.
I mean, I like to think that. I think it's the Midwest in me. Growing up, I've always stayed later at the tracks. Like, even after the races are over in the amateurs, like local races, I'd ride my pit bike after the races are over and just kind of hang out. So
yeah,
just kind of debriefing with the team and some things we need to get better at on my end. And I actually just kind of got out of those meetings. So here we are, and
first main event was amazing, man. Like, take us through how that went.
Yeah, first main was good. I don't know, I didn't feel really that great in the night show, to be honest. Even the first main event, I was riding fine, but there was definitely some room for improvement. And then second main, I actually felt like I rode pretty good in. I came from pretty much last to sixth, and I crashed, and that was pretty much the end of my night there. Third main was okay. I rode honestly not great, but I was able to get second after Jett fell. So I think I was fifth overall, which is not very good, but we're hanging in there and looking forward to a good race next weekend.
What about the points, man? I mean, everybody's had highs and lows so far this year. You're 4 points off of your teammate. How cool is it to be KTM 1 and 2 again? And how wild is it that you say you don't feel good? You know, you were off the podium, but you're still second in points.
It's pretty crazy. At this point, I kind of feel like I've lucked into second in the points. Not lucked into it, but I feel like I have a lot of room for improvement, and I need to kind of clean up my act and get back to where I was last year, because I feel like last year I would have been not light years ahead of where I am now, but I feel like we'd be in a better spot. So I just need to get myself back to how I was last year. The bike is getting a lot better, and something that I can really race now, and I'm looking forward to going back east, but also just getting back to where I need to be.
What happened when Jett got by you in that third main event? He was on you, but did you think he was coming up the inside of you, or
yeah,
what?
To be honest, I thought he was a lot closer. I thought he was going to run it in, so I was like, dude, I was kind of just, like I said, I wasn't riding very good, and I was just really off. So I'm not paying attention enough was pretty much what happened.
Gotcha. Because I understand sometimes if the guy's running in, you know that you got to open the door. Other times,
I thought he was right there. That's kind of why. And I realized that he wasn't that close, but I'm like, well, it's too late to go inside now. So.
Yeah, for sure. What about the triples this weekend? I mean, it seemed like it was the first time in a while where the front runners weren't always doing the big triples, and the guys mid-pack were doing them more often. The three on the third baseline rhythm section, and even after the first whoop section, the three into that section as well. What were your takes on those two sections?
Yeah, I actually didn't do either of them all day. So,
but you didn't lose a ton of time.
No, I think in the third main I lost a lot of time not doing them. Probably could have pulled the trigger on it, but at that point I was sticking to my line and kind of riding the same one. So probably should have busted those out today, but yeah, I was sticking to the double in. I could have probably done it on a 50, the double in, but no, it was I was kind of stuck on my line, and I didn't. Up until the third main, I didn't really think I was losing that much time doing the double in and then triple, but third main, it was kind of noticeable how much time I was losing.
Yeah, I think from the stands, the rhythm after the whoops.
Yeah.
That one, it didn't seem like it was that much faster.
No, but the other one, I think, with the one
that Jason was doing.
Yeah, that one I think was faster.
That one did seem a lot faster.
Yeah.
But don't be too hard on yourself, man. You're second in the championship. Everybody's beating their head against the wall because everybody's had a bad race. Everybody's excited to see you do well, and I'm excited to see you do well.
I appreciate it.
Be riding on that. What's that thing called?
It's called the Moto Compacto.
Moto Compacto? Yeah. I seen Jett on it at the LA Coliseum. It's pretty funny, huh?
Yeah.
no, for sure.
Works out good though for getting around the pits.
It was awesome today. It was literally like the perfect little scooter for me to ride around today, and then it folds down quickly into like that rectangular shape, and you can put it in anything. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I don't mean to sell it, but it's awesome.
But it works for what you guys need, right?
Yeah, no, it actually worked perfect today.
It take them all the races, takes up no room in the rig.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's rad.
Cool. Well, obviously, not the night you guys wanted. Less media people here surrounding the Honda tent than normal, maybe.
Yeah.
But how did the night go in your eyes?
It was an interesting day. I mean, the track, obviously it was being a dry track, so that was different. And then kind of the same as we've had the last couple of weekends, to be honest. I mean, we've had the speed, both 250 and 450, and we just, both classes are tough, and they're stacked with great riders. So you got to get that good start, and you got to make your life easier than not. So we haven't been doing that, and having to come from the back, especially Jett, and Joe, and it's just made it. Our results haven't been exactly what they should have been, probably, but at the same time, we're still there. Like Jett's only 8 points out of the lead. There's so much parity in the class,
Yeah.
All these guys have been inconsistent. It hasn't,
It's not crazy.
necessarily been us so much. And then obviously we were second overall into that last lap with Jett, so that one stings a little bit.
Would he have been the points leader if he didn't crash? Right. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So that one stings. But at the same time, we're walking out of here in one piece. 8 points down in the championship, and got a lot of races left to go. So positive attitude, and just going to keep working at it.
Yeah. What's it like managing the Lawrence brothers? I mean, you guys had a podium streak of, what was it? Was it 55 races?
I don't know how many races it was actually, but yeah, it was Anaheim 3 2022. I know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I did the math. I think it was 55 races in a row for AMA races, not counting Paris or. So pretty impressive. And then obviously that these guys got insane skill. Where does your role come in? What do you have to do and say, or do you, not have to say too much because they know what to do, and they've proven that they can win on their own, I guess. Like, what's that role look like for you?
Yeah, no, it's interesting because there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, with Darren Lawrence, with Johnny O'Mara, and then the boys and the whole the whole program really, so I kind of give my opinion when it's needed, and I kind of know when it's not needed. We got a lot of different people, with a lot of different expertise. So I let them kind of do their thing when they're talking about bike changes and stuff like that. And if there's something that pops up that I've had experience with that I don't agree with, or I think I have something valuable, then I'll bring it up. And if not, then I'll let them take care of that. And then as far as some things on the track that I see that I think would be the same that could actually add some value, like today, that line that Anderson and Tomac were doing with out of the turn 3, 4, 1.
Yep.
I had mentioned that to Jett before the last moto. I'm like, hey, you got to look at that. That's a good line.
Yeah.
Stay out of the ruts, and it's fast. And he ended up pulling that off. So, not like, I got to do my part with the team and try to give them all the tools that they need or want, and make sure that we just have all those things prepared. That's kind of my contribution to help them succeed at the race.
That's cool. How interesting was it, even that other rhythm section where a lot of guys were going 3 out of the corner after the first set of whoops? What was your thought on that? Did you talk to them about that, or was there any talk in the rig? Because it didn't look a ton faster, but then you also stayed out of the ruts.
Exactly. Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, we had seen on the video earlier today that it wasn't really faster. Maybe even a tad slower because you had to set up for it a little bit more. Yeah. But when Jett did that in the main, it ended up just being a little bit out of the ruts kind of situation and just safer, I guess. But we didn't really talk about it too much because you kind of did have to set up for it, and it made it. That makes it a little bit more difficult too. When you can't just race it. Yeah. You got to think about it a little bit more. And But no, I was pumped for him to, you know, that he was able to do that too. So.
And how was Hunter's night for you?
A lot of learning, and I think him getting into the 450 class, you know, it's just there's so many fast guys, and if you're not 100% comfortable, and today he wasn't 100% comfortable with the bike. It was really skatey out there today, and we just need to work on that with him and get him more comfy on that side. I'm not sure if, you know, power-wise, you know, sometimes you can have too much power, I guess, and so that you can feel the throttle and have good throttle control. And just he just didn't feel like he had the grip that he needed today, and so we're going to work on that and get him a little more comfortable. But it was a really good learning day for him. I mean, he got a couple good starts and battle with those guys, and you know, you just got to be on your game. You know, you give those guys an inch, and they will take advantage of that. And so he kind of got the short end of the stick on a few of those deals there, but overall. I think it was a good day for him to just kind of, you know, get another main event under his belt and learn.
Yeah, and then same for Joe. You kind of explained it already, but how's his mindset been, and like what's it been like working with him, even though he's had a lot of speed but also tough races?
Yeah, it's been a learning experience for all of us with him. I think all of us have so much belief in him, and that he's going to be able to win races, and he should. Yeah. But realistically, I think some of the starts that he's had haven't been that bad, but then the first couple of turns, he's kind of gotten bumped around a little bit, shuffled around, so I think he needs to work on that a little bit. And then we talked about that earlier about, you know, making sure that when you get in there, you got to be aggressive. I mean, it's easy to make a mistake then too, but some of the best riders in the world have always been good at making good decisions in the first couple of turns, even if they don't have a great start. Yeah. So McGrath was really good at that. Chad Reed was good at that. You know, all these guys can do it. And so that's a skill that he probably needs to work on a little bit. So.
That's cool. And then can I ask if Jett, if he's all healthy? I know last weekend his thumb was sore at San Diego, and then also he looked a little sore after this wreck. Yeah,
actually, that's funny that you say that, because I didn't think about that or hear about it at one time about his thumb.
Really?
So that was, I mean, he maybe jammed it a little bit last week, but it ended up not being anything. I mean, nice. he didn't say anything about it. But I think he got a little bit of road rash on the side. Yeah. But it's another thing that it's not really something that's going to be, that I don't think it's going to be, you know, totally detrimental or whatever.
And then Triple Crowns, as a team manager, we hear what the riders think about it, but what do you think about it, having to get two different bikes ready for each rider and manage that?
Yeah, having two bikes at the race, at this race is not a big deal, because we're, you know, our shop is 30 minutes away from here, and we can just ride our test bikes, or at least bring them with us. When you start going to, you know, races like whatever, St. Louis and Indy that we're going to be at or whatever, it makes it a lot more difficult logistically, because we don't carry an extra bike on the truck all the time. Yeah. You know, we carry the parts to repair a bike. So that's tough, and trying to figure out how you're going to do that. Usually we try to make it so that extra bike gets dropped off, like in Florida on the way back there. You know, once we move to Daytona or something, then we get a fresh practice bike. Yeah, it is a little bit of a pain as far as that goes. And as far as the race itself, I know that it's good for the fans, so that's pretty important. But also, like for Joe tonight, he got 3 opportunities at a gate drop, which has been something that he needs to get better at, and so that's also a positive for us. But there's also 3 opportunities, you know, to start is dangerous, can be dangerous. So, yeah. You know, so there's always that too. So luckily we got through all of those things. It's hectic for the guys on the team and all those, you know, everything else. But it sure makes the night go fast. Like it is bang, bang, bang. Yeah, so that part's kind of cool, I guess.
That's cool. All right, well, pretty cool to have Ricky Brayback and Johnny Campbell here. You got Honda running through your blood, and so it's cool to see them even out on opening ceremonies too. Yeah. So congrats to Honda, and yeah, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Cool. Well, this is your guys' training right now.
Hey.
All right. I guess I should kind of narrate a little bit. So Starting things off, Levi Kitchen, congratulations. You have your new team, Pro Circuit Kawasaki, and working with Mitch Payton's pretty awesome, but you also have to work with Tanner and Ty.
Yeah.
You see them around the truck. So I'm gonna have them ask you some questions. First off, congratulations. Before they ask a question, I guess, how does it feel to be tied in the points lead and come out with another Anaheim 2 Triple Crown win, two years in a row?
Yeah, it feels great. Never had the red plate, so looking forward to keeping that thing. That's the goal. And yeah, I'm happy. You know, the team, everything's been great. It's been a fun off season before racing, and yeah, just stoked to keep the ball rolling and have fun this year.
All right, we're gonna start with main one. What do you think was like the key thing in main one that led you to the win? Oh, you have one.
Oh yeah, it's a good question. I would say the pace was super high, and getting a little bit of a gap to where I wouldn't get, well, past, and then also hit, because you could go anywhere you wanted on the track.
Got another one?
Tanner's gonna ask now.
Passing off to Tanner Payton. Tanner, what you got?
What's your goal with the red plate? Like, what are you trying to, are you gonna like, I don't know.
Keep it?
Yeah.
That's my goal, yeah.
I mean, like, are you,
Win the damn thing, yeah.
Keep it all the way.
Yeah.
All right. Ty, what do you got for him?
Starts were probably the biggest thing. You did great starts.
Yep.
Do you think you would have gotten as good of results without those starts?
No, definitely not.
Close to that or no?
Yeah, I think I could have ended up on the podium tonight, but it's short races and everybody's going fast, so you have to start up front like that.
Difference between A1 and A2?
I'm not nervous anymore.
That's good. Is there a different strategy going into the Triple Crown as there is a normal day, normal race?
Yeah, I would just say more intensity for sure, especially that first race.
Yeah.
You just gotta be more intense.
So are you more like sprinting the entire time? Or like most of the time?
The first and second main, you're pretty much in a full-blown sprint. Last one, I was able to cruise, which was nice.
So you got a week off and then Phoenix. So
Yeah.
what are you doing in those 2 weeks?
Going back to Florida, chilling, sleeping in my own bed finally, and yeah, just hanging out. Probably gonna fish a lot, play some golf, maybe a little bit, and just relax.
Nice. All right. What else?
Do you get to run the red plate in practice?
Running the red.
No, I'm not running the red plate in practice.
Yeah, ask him what he's doing with this.
yeah, what are you doing with your bonus?
Saving it, man. I'm just gonna keep saving it and saving it.
What's something you learned from first to Anaheim then to here now? What's the biggest thing?
Just ride like myself, and I can do that. That's it, really. Just be myself out there.
What's something you would change from now to Phoenix?
Nothing. Just go home, back to Florida. Yeah, I mean, there's really. I felt really good tonight.
He is in the points lead. So.
Well, you earned the whole Pro Circuit crew pizza for Monday at the shop. So,
Oh, and I'm not even gonna be there, but at least they get pizza. That's good.
Yeah, the whole Pro Circuit crew gets pizza, and we'll have to see. I'll have to work on Ty and Tanner with their
interviewing skills.
interviewing skills, but the young Paytons are getting warmed up to it. Levi, congratulations. It's gonna be cool to see red on green, tied in the points lead, and Jordan Smith. You're buddies with him, right?
Yeah.
You guys known each other for a while, so going into Glendale, are you excited for another hard pack track, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like Glendale. I did pretty well there last year. It's a little tricky, but I think the goal there is just you know, get good starts and take the win. Obviously, if it's there, but it can kind of bite you there quick. So just be smart there.
Okay, and then fishing is on the list, but what's for dinner tonight celebrating?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out?
I told Brooke, my girlfriend, I said I'm going In-N-Out probably regardless, like just because I'm hungry and I like it. But if I win, I get a milkshake.
Okay, what flavor are we going?
I don't know, probably chocolate.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then what are we ordering?
Double. Yeah, double for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Good
and I
stuff.
don't really eat the fries. I don't really like the fries, so.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right, James Coy, new team manager for the BarX Suzuki team. Anthony Bourdon, is that how you say his last name?
I believe it is.
Yeah, he's what, 6th in the championship now?
I think we're 5th actually.
5th, so moving up in the rankings for Team Suzuki, man.
Yeah.
How did you guys find him, and what's it been like working with him?
Well, working with him's been easy. He's actually very easy to deal with. We found him when Dylan Schwartz got hurt. We started reaching out, looking at all the possibilities, and he was highly recommended from some of our friends in Europe, so we went after him, and we were lucky enough to get him over here.
Nice. How long did he get over here before the season?
Like 2 weeks.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he only just got here.
What was he riding on before?
Kawasaki, I believe.
250 or 450?
250 and
Okay.
450.
And 450, nice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive for a guy like that. He's already running up front. What did he get overall tonight?
6th overall tonight.
Nice, nice. So what's it been like for you? You just joined the team as team manager for this year. How's the new role?
I like it. It's pretty much everything I thought it would be, so it's no surprises. Happy to be here.
Nice. All right, and then what about the rest of the crew? How'd they do?
I think they're awesome. The guys we have now, you know, some guys got weeded out. I think definitely for the best at this point. We got a great vibe going in the truck. Everybody's happy to be here. Everybody works hard, and I think it's just great.
Awesome. All right, good stuff. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.